Hi students, welcome to another session of our 8th class physics, that is combustion, fuel and flames. We have discussed about different topics in last two sessions. Today we are going to discuss about what is the ignition temperature and how it is going to work. Go to page number 110. Page number 110 consists of ignition temperature. Ignition temperature. Under this we have two activities, activity 3 and activity 4. What are the activities? Inflammable and ignition, that inflammable substances, and we'll conduct two activities to have our understanding. Okay. Before going to see what is ignition temperature is. Okay, before going to discuss about what is the ignition temperature is, we have to take some prerequisites which will help us to understand this concept. For example, I have lighted up a candle and I'm bringing a paper to light it off, burn it off. Okay, so what happens when I introduce the paper to the candle? Immediately the paper is going to catch the fire and the paper burns off and turns to ash just like that. Okay. Now, is there any other way or is there any other method instead of using that a flame of candle or a lamp or cylinder or a matchstick or whatever it is, without using any that fire, that substances, fire emitting substances, fire sources, can we burn our paper without those, or lamp, either lamp or a candle or a burner or a stove or a match stick? Can we burn a paper? Yes, we can. We can burn a paper without using those all substances also. Okay, all that fire emitting devices also. How this can be done, and what is the help of the activity which is going to useful to understand our concept ignition temperature and further two activities. That's what we are going to learn today. See here, in activity ignition temperature, in activity 1, that we have used a candle is used to burn a paper. Okay, can you burn a paper without the help of the flame? That's what we have discussed. Now, as activity 3, we have to take as activity 3 we have burning a paper with sun rays. Burning a paper with sun rays. Okay, this activity you should do on a sunny day. On a sunny day, go out and focus the sun rays on a piece of paper using the magnifying lens. Okay, so that as this boy is doing on page number 110, that is 110, figure number 5 shows a boy is focusing the paper by using the magnifying lens. Okay, he's trying to touch the spot after some times. Okay, touch the spot on the paper where the magnifying lens is getting focused much. Okay, the sharp image of the sharp dot size image of the sun is at the spot, is located at the spot of the paper. You just after few minutes you touch the place where it is focusing. Okay, now how do you feel? How do you feel? You must have heard about people in ancient time rubbing the pieces of stones together to produce sparks. Okay, how they tried it, rubbing two stones harder together and touch them. Okay, what do you feel? Now, in our ancestor days, there were no matchboxes or matchsticks or whatever it is. Okay, so they used to rub two stones. Assuming this is a stone and one more stone, they used to assuming these are stones, they used to rub the stones. Okay, you also try to rub the stones, catch one stone here, one big enough stone here, and try to hit them off and see what is happening to the surfaces where they hit. Okay, you might have at that first case when we are focusing or when we are catching, when we are touching that point where the sun is focusing by using the magnifying lens as shown in the figure number 5. If you see the paper where it is spotted much, we'll see some hotness at that point. Not only that, when we are hitting the two stones at the place where the two stones are hit together, there we are able to see some temperature change in the temperature. They will become hot. Okay, now try to rub the two stones hard together and touch them. What do you feel? Okay. Now recall some of your experiments that what we have done, the experiences that what we will do. Does the matchstick burn itself? Will the matchstick burn itself? No, we have to strike it on a matchbox, right? Okay. Why do you rub the matchstick on the side of the matchbox to burn? And then we strike or will rub that matchstick on the sides of the matchbox. Can you burn a piece of wood by bringing it close to a lighted matchstick? Can we burn a piece of wood by using that burning matchstick? Yes. Okay. Why do we use paper or kerosene oil to start fire in wood or coal? Okay. Sometimes at home while our mother is trying to light up by using the charcoal and wood, whenever she is trying to light on that kiln that is called as poi, when she used to light it off at the beginning stage, she used to use paper or kerosene oil to start the fire of wood or coal. Okay, on the basis of the above observations and previous experiences, we conclude that a combustion substance has to be initially heated to catch the fire or burn. See, matchstick is has the ability of burning. It can produce the fire, but it itself will not do that. Okay, we have to rub it. We have to heat it up. Okay, so initially we have to heat it up. That combustion materials we have to heat it up so that they will catch the fire and burn. Okay. So, whenever we are touching the paper and all, we are seeing, whenever we are touching the paper by which is used, which assume this is a paper. Okay. Let me take a paper here. See, this paper I want to burn using the magnifying lens. Whenever I am focusing with this paper, I am focusing with the magnifying lens. The spot gets heated up, and eventually, if you start heating and heating, if you continue heating, it will become hotter. At some time, after some time, the paper catches fire. That means initially, if you keep under the sun rays, it will not catch the fire. What making this paper to burn? That is what? Burning a paper with sun rays. Whenever we are focusing the sun on the paper continuously for some time, that paper surface gets heated first. Then afterwards, slowly, as the temperature of the paper gets heated, at some amount of heat, after reaching to a certain amount of heat, the paper starts catching the fire, and the paper gets burned. Okay, that temperature initially it did burn. By keeping just like that, it will not burn. Okay, by focusing for some time also it will not burn. It will continuously focusing. At some time, after supplying the amount of heat up to certain time, it catches fire. That is the amount of heat where the paper is able to burn. That temperature we are calling as ignition temperature. That means the temperature at which a substance catches a fire can be considered as ignition temperature. Okay, that is the lowest temperature. Okay, that is the lowest temperature. After catching, the temperature will increase, but at what lowest temperature that I can supply so that the substance catches fire is the ignition temperature. Okay, the lowest temperature at which substance catches fire is its ignition temperature. Okay, see, by focusing on the paper, it might took 5 minutes for me to burn this paper. Okay, same likewise, what you do on the paper, you keep a matchstick on the paper, you keep a matchstick and focus the sun. Okay, by using the same magnifying lens, focus the sun rays. By using the magnifying lens, focus the sun rays on the head of the matchstick. What do we notice? See here, take a paper. The ignition temperature will be changed from the substance to substance. What does it mean? Take a paper and take a matchstick. Keep the matchstick on the paper, and by using the same binocular magnifying lens, whatever we have used to burn the paper without the matchstick, the same magnifying lens you keep and same place where you focus that small dotted spot, you focus on the head of the matchstick. Okay, the matchstick catches fire in less time than the time taken to burn the paper. Okay, that means the ignition temperature for the matchstick is very less. That is, the matchstick catches fire in less amount of, if the less amount of heat is supplied. Okay, if less amount of heat is supplied, the matchstick able to catch the fire. Okay, that less amount of heat, what is the least amount of temperature which is supplied to the matchstick? Sorry for the disturbance, we have a railway track nearby. Okay. See here, for that matchstick, after keeping the matchstick catches fire in a less time than the plain paper. To burn the plain paper, to catch fire by the plain paper, it will take much time than comparing to just burning the paper with a matchstick. That means the matchstick ignition temperature is different than the ignition temperature of the paper. That means paper took maximum more temperature to catch it fire, where the matchstick took less time to catch the fire. Okay, that is the ignition temperature of the matchstick. Okay, matchstick ignition temperature is different and paper's ignition temperature is different. That is, any substance, the less amount of temperature which is supplied, the least amount of temperature which is supplied to a substance to make it catch fire, to make it catch fire is considered as ignition temperature of the substance. Okay, that is in the case of paper, the paper substance, the ignition temperature of the paper is more. In the case of matchstick, the ignition temperature is more. Ignition temperature is very little ignition temperature. At very little ignition temperature, it catches fire just like that. Okay, paper took much amount of heat to make it to catch the fire. Okay, that we are calling as ignition temperature. When a substance starts burning, heat is produced and it helps to burn the substance continuously. Okay, when substances start burning, heat is produced and that produced heat will help to burn that substance continuously. Okay, the ignition temperature is different from different substances. The ignition temperature of the substance decide quickness of catching fire. Okay, the substance which have very low ignition temperature and easily catches fire are called inflammable. Have you understood this activity? Okay, we can burn the paper without having a matchstick. Okay, by using the sun rays we can burn. Okay. Next one is inflammable. inflammable substances. That is the substances which have very low ignition temperature, IT, very low ignition temperature are called very low ignition temperature and catches fire very quickly. Are called very quickly are called inflammable. Inflammable substances. Okay, that means the substances by supplying less amount of heat also, if they are going to catch the fire, that type of substances we are calling as inflammable substances. Okay, suppose if you go to a petrol pump along with your parents to fill the petrol in your bike or a car, nearby that board near the petrol pump, or we have a notice, okay, that is petrol, that is highly inflammable substance or highly inflammable liquid. Okay, that means petrol catches fire just like that. That little amount of spark is enough to catch the total area. Okay, if it is consisting of the petrol, total petrol can be just to catch the fire with a light spark also. That is a little amount of temperature also is going to cause much. Okay, that means the petrol has less ignition temperature, and those type of substances we call as inflammable substances. Okay, example of inflammable substances are petrol, alcohol, liquid petroleum, that is LPG. See that cylinder, when you switch on and if you just spark, if you trick that lighter, just spark of light also is going to catch the fire. Okay, these all are highly inflammable substances. Can you make the list of some inflammable substances? We can make petrol, kerosene, that all inflammable substances. Now we have to conduct an activity 4, that is understanding the ignition temperature. What is mean by ignition temperature? It is activity. Have you understood what is the substances which catch fire as much as faster, that we are calling as inflammable. Okay, inflammable substances which catch fire faster with low ignition temperature only. If they catch fire, that type of substances we call as inflammable substances. Okay, now as activity 4, we have activity 4, that is understanding ignition temperature. Understanding ignition temperature, let's see what to do. Take 2 small paper cups, pour water in one of the paper cup, put the 2 paper cups on different tripod stands and heat both of them using the candle as shown in below table. Okay, below figure. Okay, which cup burns fast? Does the water in the cup becomes hot? Explain why one cup burns quickly but the other do not on the basis of ignition temperature. When the heat is supplied to the cups, the heat received by the second cup is transferred to water. The water in the cup present in the paper prevents the paper to reach its ignition temperature, and hence it did not burn. Okay, why does the second cup start burning? Make a guess and write. Okay, so what is our activity is, we have to try to understand what is the intention of the activity. We have to take 2 paper cups, the tea cups what is available in the market when you go outside for drinking the tea, that we use tea cups, no, the shopkeeper, the tea stall owner. Okay, 2 paper cups we have to take. This is an empty tea cup, empty paper cup. This cup is filled with water. These two you have to keep on a tripod stand of different type. Tripod stands we have to take, and by using the candle you have to start burning this both at a time. By using a candle, start burning these 2 cups at a time. So what do we notice? We note that is the process. 2 teacups on a tripod stand. By using the candles, we have to burn these 2 paper cups at a time, which contains water. We have to fill water in 1 teacup paper cup, and one should be empty. Now whenever we are supplying the heat by using the candle, this paper cup, after some time, this paper cup reaches its ignition temperature. The paper cup reaches its ignition temperature and it starts burning. After some time, suppose after 5 minutes, suppose after 5 minutes it starts burning. Where this paper cup will not burn. After reaching 5 minutes, this empty paper cup caught fire and it started burning. Where this paper cup with water will not burn in after this 5 minutes also. But if you keep our finger and see the temperature of the water which is present in the cup, that water will get warm. The water will get warm, and after some time, even though if you continue heating this paper cup, the temperature which is supplied to the paper cup, is transferred to the water. Why the water will become hotter? Because the temperature which is supplied to the paper cup is transferred to the water. That makes water to become hotter, warm and hot. Okay. If you still continue heating at some place, after reaching to some place after 15 or 20 minutes, this water in the paper gets heated and it reaches, if the paper cup with water, it reaches to the ignition temperature, the paper cup starts catching the fire and it starts burning. Okay, that is the difference in the ignition temperature. Same paper teacup. Why this paper teacup which contains water is taking more time to get it burned? Because the ignition, it is not reaching its ignition temperature, where the temperature supplied by the candle is supplied by the candle to this cup is supplied to the water. So the water gets hot, and due to this transmission of heat by the paper cup to the water makes to increase its ignition temperature. The time it's increased, the temperature, amount of heat should be supplied to that paper cup will be heated up. It will be more. Okay, that means ignition temperature also gets heated. This is the difference. Same cup, but as it contains water, that makes the temperature difference, that ignition temperature difference. Okay, that is simple. Ignition temperature, that is a temperature or the amount of heat supplied to reach to a temperature, lowest temperature, where the substance is going to catch a fire is called as ignition temperature. And the substances which are going to catch the fire faster with a less ignition temperature also, if they are going to catch the fire, that type of substances we are calling as inflammable substances. Okay, petrol is a highly inflammable that we did, and by this activity, understanding ignition temperature, by this activity we came to know the difference in the ignition. That means the empty paper cup has reached its ignition temperature faster earlier than this paper teacup which contains water. Okay, because it would also reach to the, if it would have been empty, it would have also burned in 5 minutes, but the energy supplied to the paper cup is being transferred to the water, makes the difference in the ignition temperature. Okay, this is what about a small session about ignition temperature and what is the difference in the ignition temperature. That is the ignition temperature is depends on the nature of the substance. See, matchstick has some ignition temperature. Paper has it. Suppose in order to burn a wood, okay, wood might have more to catch the fire to the wood. If I am introducing to a fire, to catch the fire, it might take lot of time. The wood to catch the fire by the wood, it might take lot of time because the ignition temperature of the wood might be something more. Okay, if I throw a paper, a small piece of paper in the, it will take in a less time than the catching of the wood, fire catching by the, caught by the wood. If I pour some sprinkle a small glass of petrol, it even fast catches the fire. That means why this happens, because due to the difference in the temperature, ignition temperature, and the ignition temperature of the substances depends on its nature. Okay, some might have less ignition temperature that catches fire faster, some might have moderate ignition temperature, they will take some less time to catch the fire, some may have more ignition temperature because it will take much time, more time to make it catch, to make them catch fire when they are introduced to a flame. Okay, this difference is catching of the fire to the substances, the difference of catching of the fire by a substances when they introduced to a flame is due to their respective ignition temperatures. Okay, I hope you understood this small concept by the activities, very easy. Okay, the substances which catch fire with a low temperature as fast as they are, that we are calling as inflammable substances. Okay, I hope you understood this session. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next session by types of combustions and some prerequisites in the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.